Hey everybody, and welcome back to the board meeting. Today we're doing a little bit of a different thing, and you can probably tell because this weird camera angle, and I apologize for that, but I promise there's a reason for that. And this is going to be the one box Kallax challenge, which what we're doing today is if I only had this space on this Kallax shelf for my entire collection, what games would I put into that collection? For some reason or another, maybe a spouse, maybe a very limited space, maybe the rest of your shelves are full of books, something. If I only had that space, what games would I put in that collection? So, with that being said, let's start. And maybe this isn't a wise choice for first game on a limited space, but it's going to be a big box game. That is Scythe, which I wanted one big experience game, one epic experience, and that's what Scythe is. And I really like everything about Scythe. I like the conflict in it, I like the tension it brings, and I like the resource management that you have to do. But yeah, I really like this game. So that's going in my collection, even though this is a huge game, so it's going to take up a huge chunk of this space. And next, I've got a kid, and we like to play board games together, and he's got his few favorites. And let's throw in one of his favorites, and a good game in my opinion, Dungeon Mayhem. And we actually have the bigger box expansion with the more races and people that you can play as, but we'll just throw in the small box base game, and that will fit nicely right above Scythe. So let's move on to another game, and that is Nocteluka. And this is kind of your puzzle game, drafting dice. This is a game I always suggest to people who like Sudoku or puzzle games, anything like that. And one good thing is, it's a very slim game, so that will fit nicely on this shelf. So let's put that back there. Next, you're going to call me a Stonemaier fanboy, but we're going to put in another Stonemaier game, Viticulture. It's a worker placement game where you're controlling a vineyard and you're planting, you're harvesting, you're bottling, and then you're selling your wine as well. It's a really good, elegant worker placement game, and as I found out a couple weeks ago, this is an amazing solo game as well. So this is going in this shelf for sure. There we go. Next, we need some party games in our collection if we want a wide variety of things, and that's what we're going to try and do here is get games from a bunch of different genres. So this is the newest game on this list to me, and that is QE. And my group has really been enjoying this lately. This will cover your party game, it'll also cover your auction bidding game, because you're actually bidding on things here, and you can bid whatever you want. You could bid $3, or you could bid $3 quadrillion. It does not matter, but I really like this game, and how you score is pretty interesting too. It kind of mixes some Euro elements into that. So that will go into this shelf as well. Next, we have a couple fantasy flight games that I really enjoy. First off, it is a Game of Thrones, Hand of the King. And this is a great little grid movement game where there's going to be Varys on this grid. And Varys is going to be moving around that grid, collecting different family members that are part of the Game of Thrones, and you want to have the most of each family. And that's how you win that game. So that's definitely going in there. Next, we have another little fantasy flight game of the same box size, Hey, That's My Fish. And this is such a cute little game, and you're going to be playing as penguins, moving around these tiles, and these tiles have fish on them. And when you leave that tile, you get that tile, but the tile also goes away. So you're going to end up falling into the water. You're a penguin that's collecting these fish. So it's a really good game. The person with the most fish wins at the end of the game. I really like that. So that will fit nicely above the other Game of Thrones. Now, we should put some little card games on the side here that you can fit a little bit of room here. So we got 3 card games here. We got Red 7, which is really, really unique. On all these cards will have different rules, and you're going to be changing the rules throughout the game. And on your turn, you're going to be changing the rules. And if you're not winning by the end of your turn, you are eliminated. And it just keeps going around until there's only one player left. It's a really cool, interesting game. So that will go in there. Let's fit it all the way back in there. Okay. Next card game, we have Cabo, which I've talked about quite a bit. It's a memory card game, and you're going to have cards in front of you labeled 0 through 12, I believe it is, or maybe 13. Can't quite remember. But you want the lowest score at the end of that round. It's really fun. I really enjoy this. So that's going in the collection. Next, we have a 2-player trick-taking game. I like trick-taking games, and this is one of my favorite of that genre. And it's really small. I really enjoy Claim. So that's going in here as well. So there's your trick-taking game. All right, what do we got next? Well, everybody knows about the Tiny Epic series, and Tiny Epic games are known to pack a lot in a small package, so that would work perfectly. But I don't like that many Tiny Epic games. But this is my favorite of those. It's Tiny Epic Galaxies Blast Off. And this is a remake of Tiny Epic Galaxies. It's just kind of streamlines it a bit more. Either or would work for this, but I like this version a little bit better. So that's going to go on top over here. Next, deck building. I like deck building. Probably can't fit a good deck builder in here though, but I can kind of, because Star Realms. Star Realms is a 2-player deck building game, and you're going to be playing as these 2 star fleets, and you're going to be building up that army, trying to attack each other and bring their health down to 0. It's a really good game, comes in a very small package, so perfect for this list. So let's throw this back here. Next, we have a Push Your Luck game. We need that in our collection, and what's better than Push Your Luck game than Push, which this is a fun little game, and you're going to be drawing these cards and putting them in columns, and you bust if you ever have more than one color of the same color on a column, or more than one number on that column. And it's just really fun, full of laughs. I really like this. So that will be put in there for your Push Your Luck game. I said I like trick-taking games, so let's put another one in there. And I like cooperative games, so this will work really good for that. The Crew, The Quest for Planet 9. This is, like I said, cooperative trick-taking game. And on this, every player will be working together. You'll have little cards set in the middle, and certain players will have to win that card exactly. So you're trying to get certain players to win certain tricks that have those cards in them. And it's a really fun, kind of puzzle-like cooperative game. I really like that. So let's put that above Tiny Epic over there. Okay. We need a roll and write in here. I like roll and write games, flip and writes, whatever. And I got the perfect game to put in there, and it's a game I've talked about quite a bit, actually. It's silver and gold, comes in a very small package, and this is a polyomino game. You're going to be placing polyomino shapes, drawing them actually on the cards, which is super interesting. And you're going to be filling out your map cards. And it's just really fun. I really enjoy this game quite a bit. So that definitely is going to be put into the collection. Next, we need an abstract game. Nocteluka, I would argue, is kind of an abstract game, but we need a true abstract game. And Onitama will work perfect for that. And this is, I always tell people this is like a board gamer's chess, almost. You got your chess pieces, basically, but then you have these cards on here, and those will dictate how you can move your pieces. And when you use that card, it will actually go to an opponent. So it's kind of this cat and mouse game. You're kind of running away, trying to catch him in bad situations. But I really like that game. And it fits perfectly over in this square right here. So that works really great. And I was talking about cooperative games earlier. I like cooperative games. We got The Crew, which is cooperative, but we want another cooperative game. And I like games like Pandemic, Horrified. I really like the Rising series of games. But those won't fit in there. So what we will get is Pandemic Hot Zone North America, which is basically, it's the exact same game as Pandemic, but just a smaller, condensed version, filler type game. You can play this in about 30 minutes, actually, and I really like this. If you like Pandemic and you want the smaller version, highly suggest that. But this game will work perfectly for this list. So we'll put that in there. We've got a couple more games. I enjoy solo games. I'm a pretty big solo gamer nowadays. And let's throw two of these that are really good, I think. First is Orchard, a 9-card solitaire game. I really like this game. It takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes to play. It's super simple, but I enjoy it. Maybe I enjoy it more than I should, but I really like it. So we'll put this in there. And next, we have a wallet-sized game, Sprawlopolis. And to be honest, we could put 100 more wallet games in here, but we won't. We'll just put this one in here because this is my favorite of the wallet games that I've personally played. So this will definitely make it on in there. And we can actually fit that. Let's just put that there. Yeah, perfect. Next, let's get a couple more games. We don't have a bluffing game up here yet, so let's get one of those in Cockroach Poker. And this is a fun little party game as well. You're going to get these insect cards. You got your frogs, there's rats, there's bats, there's scorpions, a bunch of different little creatures and critters, cockroaches, and you're going to be trying to make your opponents take certain cards. And when they have 4 cards of the same creature in front of them, they lose the game. Everybody else wins. There's only one loser. But it's a fun game. I really have enjoyed this. That will go right there. Perfectly fine. It's a very fun bluffing game. Next, let's put one more game on here. And I would put Abyss up here, but no room. But we do have room for Conspiracy Abyss Universe, which is basically, it does a really good job of showing you the Abyss world in such a small package of games. And this is kind of set collecting. This is, if you like Abyss, you probably will like this game. It's one of my favorite filler games. So if you like Abyss, definitely check out Conspiracy Abyss Universe. And we'll put that right here. Yeah, that fits. We won't put any more games because this is pretty full. We don't want to be putting games that are going to be falling off and everything. So that will complete this little collection of mine. What do you guys think? What games would you put on in a collection that only can have one box? Very limited space. What games would you put in that collection? Tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to see more weekly content from me at the board meeting in the future. I hope you all have an amazing day, and take care, everyone.